So y'all already know I am Tiffany, Empire Impact Ignite. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Okay. So the the topic tonight is rather interesting, and this is me giving my response to a question that I saw on my timeline. And these are some very good questions. This carrying on been going on for a minute out here in these streets, and I got a little time to respond to these questions. So the question was, okay, what does a man get in return for marrying and raising another man's kids? I cannot believe that we are sitting here playing these type of games in 2022 when so much is going on, so much has transpired. First of all, one of the things that I definitely want to say is, do you know how many times women have gotten with men, entertained men, and married men that was nothing but rolling stones, got kids here, there, every way, and that woman has accepted this man? Now, I will say, as dysfunctional as my family is, can be, whatever, right? My matriarchs, my granny and my great grandfather, all my great grandfather, my grandfather children was by the same woman. So I'll just say that. I will just say that. But I wanted to have this conversation tonight because I'm like, okay, a real man. I grew up. I'm an '80s baby, so correct me if I'm wrong. A real man, I already know. Just like a real woman, we already know it's a package deal. Okay, especially when it comes to the woman. When you want a woman or want somebody or whatever, the love that you have for them, you're gonna accept what comes with them. Now, this coming from somebody. I had my first child. I only had one child when I got married the first time. My first husband had a plethora of children. Okay, but my mindset, which was more so old school, if I could do it again, I mean, one thing about me, I'm naturally all in. If I'm with it, you gonna take what come with it. If you're not with it, then that's cool. That's what worked for you. But a real man, I don't think a real man have a problem with raising another man's kids. Because if we really want to, throw out a conversation, why men don't want to raise their kids, and a lot of men that may be asking this question may or may not came from a household that might have been taken care of and or supported by just a single parent. And if your other parent was in the household, was your father that's there in the household, was your father faithful to your mom that makes you have the audacity to try to throw that shade? Or did your father create other kids? Because what benefits are you getting with a woman that got another man kids? Those kids could grow up to love you just as if you were the father and will be and can be the father figure. But when you see men or adult fellas that got adult ages ask these type of questions, that's why you got to make sure you listen and pay attention to who you getting in a relationship with. What you mean, what's in it for you? What you mean, what's in it for you? Everything in it when you building a family. What's in it for all of us? That's like asking a woman what's in it for her when she just about to have your children or be at your beck and call and support your dreams. What do you want to be in it? What you trying to get up out of it? What are you really saying? A lot of times what I'm seeing is a lot of people just talking and want to be heard. What you mean? What's in it for you? It honestly make me feel like a lot of men are. I mean, you a man, I'm gonna respect you, but they want to lose so much respect and have lost so much respect for women and just the way that we can coincide with each other. What you mean? What's in it for you? What's not in it for you? If you're taking that woman as your wife, now you got a whole team. It's gonna be a whole lot of old, miserable, bitter men. I'm praying for the men. This comes from somebody that got 3 sons. I pray that God deal with the heart of these men that have been broken by whoever have broken them, or whoever have twisted their mind. What you mean? What's in it for you? A family unit is a family unit. If you got somebody that's for you, what y'all want to do? Die alone? Or if you want to go ahead and be homosexual, then just be that. Because it seems like y'all don't even appreciate the essence of what a woman can bring to you. That woman ain't asked to raise them kids by herself if you end up stepping in and being a stepdaddy. And this just speaking from somebody that is definitely, I'm not bitter at all. Okay. Never been a bum. I made poor choices in my relationships. If I knew better, I would have done better. And guess what? I'm still learning. But what you mean? Because guess what? If a man and when I decide and when I choose to get remarried, what do you mean? What you getting out the deal? A whole woman. A whole woman. A woman is able to multiply anything you bring to the table if you bring her something worthwhile. Okay, what you mean? What you getting from a woman? I can't speak for nobody else kids, but I got some kids that's pretty decent. At least they got some manners. What you mean? What you getting up out the deal? Some of these conversations, I want y'all to bring them directly to me because I cannot believe some of the stuff that I'm seeing people say out their mouth. It's sounding real, like it's sounding like who y'all working for. It's sounding rather racist. It's sounding real racist, like slavery mindset to me. And I got other things I want to say. I'm just trying to keep it, kind of PG because I cannot believe we've gotten to a place in society to where it's like, oh, and what she bringing, what her and her kids bringing, what I'm getting out the deal, what do you need? If you have needs, let's understand. We already know. I mean, everybody got needs. So if you have needs as a man, what needs do you need met? Because it seems like women for a long time have been getting the short end of the deal. And I'm saying this as intelligent as I can say that. What y'all mean? And look, I'm sizing. I'm looking you up and down. What you mean? What you getting up out the deal? Raising somebody else's children? What you mean? Do you have children? Can you have children? It's so many men that can't have children, and so many men that have had children or been lied to and said that the child is theirs, but it's not theirs, and yet they've been helping raise that child. And then it's some other men that want and love children, period, and they would be honored to help raise a child. What you mean? What you getting up out the deal? A real man would not even ask that question. But I want to encourage any men out there, if that is your question, then just be more direct and just say what you need or what you're looking for. Get with what works for you. If a woman with kids don't work for you, then don't bother that woman. You know what I'm saying? Don't disturb that woman. Let's get it. Let's get that clear. A lot of women have been in so many relationships that they did not foresee the man not doing or meeting the obligation or keeping up with the promise that they gave. And if you got the children, because there's plenty of people that done killed children, like literally aborted them. Yes. Okay. If that woman is doing what she need to do and raising her kids, okay. All right, that means that's a good woman. That's a sign that woman about her business. If that woman has given you of her time, of herself, and 9 times out of 10, probably even her body. Okay, if you decide to marry that woman, because there's so many women that are tired of the games that men play. A lot of women don't even want to be married no more. But marriage is not the problem. It's marrying the wrong people. That's the problem. It's us not waiting or knowing our value and entertaining people that want to say what they getting up out of the deal. What they get. What you mean? What you trying to get out the deal? If you want to do that, just go ahead and say what you want out of the deal. Because I mean, the math ain't mathing because it literally seems like, and we all know, and a blind man even know, men have been winning out of the deal. Y'all have been winning out of the deal. So don't get mad, okay, if the woman is, well, what? And guess what? We can say it. Understand that. I want every woman to know, everybody that's out there, we can say it. And that's one thing I had to learn. Well, what am I going to get out of the deal of being with you? What do I get out of being your wife and wearing your name and having your child or thinking about carrying your child, giving of my body, of myself for 9 months to be able to risk my life? What I'm getting out of this? What am I getting out of it? Can you answer that? Now, if you can answer these things, then hey. But if you can't answer these things, and a lot of the stuff that women want is really a real woman, baby, it's the intangible things that we need at this point. Nobody don't care about what you driving. Yeah, your bank account might be nice, but nah, what we getting up out to deal with all the demons and all the issues and all of the trauma that we deal with go behind the scenes. All of the mama issues, the daddy issues, the ex-baby mama issues, the ex-wife issues, all of the issues that come with men. Let's be honest now. Now, hey, this is a very passionate conversation. I did not know what we was gonna be talking about. I'm a very relational, humanitarian type person. I love people. I'm big on family, honey. And I be sitting over here minding my business, doing my work, doing the will of the Lord. Yes, with me and my 3 children. I ain't never beg, bum, ask nobody for nothing. So I'm gonna speak on the situation. I done been married twice. And understand. I got the short end of the deal. The best thing I got out of these relationships were my sons. They are very smart. They're super witty. They're mannerable. And I'm still learning and then adjusting to make sure that I don't continue to make poor choices in relationships. So just understand this is coming from a very transparent place. But don't get up on no internet. And I'm so tired of all of this internet, all this built up animosity where it seems like y'all just hate women. If you hate women and you want a man, you want your bro to be your girlfriend, your bro to be your husband, your bro to be your wife, then just say that. No shade to nobody else. But we already know and see what's going on out here. If y'all really want to know. And guess what? Who deals with that? When you done created a whole pseudo family for your wife to be the cover up and really you just want a man. Y'all ain't ready for that conversation. Because I can go there. What are we getting out of the deal? What you mean? What we getting up out the deal? I mean, what you getting up out of the deal? What we getting? Because if you don't want a relationship and if you need to heal, then just say that. Just honestly, just serious. These are serious conversations that just have been taking the internet by storm. I didn't really know how I was going to be able to just kind of, jump on up in that thing. But tonight I got a little time and yeah, I'm jumping on up in there. This is a massacre out here with these relationships. Like everybody in their feelings, a lot of people and a lot of us, and me including the people, a lot of us honestly need to do a lot of internal healing. Like for real. Like a relationship is very selfless. A marriage is very selfless. It comes with some compromising, but everything don't work for everybody. What works for you is going to work for you. We is in 2023. You know how many people done been playing the stepdaddy and stepmama role? You know how many people don't mind? So don't speak for everybody. But again, I feel like a real man wouldn't ask that. A real man gonna be like, hey, I like what mama putting down. I'm rocking with it. I like what she sees. She the type of woman that I need. Hey, I ain't using her past against her. And some people do. And one of the things that I know as a woman that is 35 and hey, I got 3 children. It is what it is. If I go off of what society want to say about a woman like me, just judging a book by its cover, it's like, yeah, man, that's a lot. And guess what? They got a right to feel that way. So I want to encourage any mothers out there. And I saw another post, and I'll say this: it was a woman that had 8 kids. I think they were all by her ex-husband. I don't know, but she was dating. Like if I had 8 kids, literally my hands would be too full to entertain any other person because I already know it's a lot coming with me and my 8. That make 9. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean a man that wants you won't, navigate that. But that wouldn't be my focus as a woman. As 3, I can't really focus on that. You know what I'm saying? Now my boys are getting older. When I got my last divorce, my youngest son was like going on 3. So I done had some time to sit with myself, do some inner work, making sure I ain't around here, I'm not gonna be bitter. I'm not a bitter individual because I know I got value, I got qualities, I got attributes, I'm a whole asset. I'm a whole asset. Okay. My behind just can have children too easy. Okay. So that's when you got to know what it is that you desire as well, women. Okay. Because a lot of these men done lost their mind. Now, there's a lot of women that lost their mind too. Okay. And the problem is we need to take the time to build relationships, build the right relationships and stop just settling. Because a man, honestly, when you done got to a point where you've done a lot of work and you value yourself to the point you not gonna even be doing a whole lot of sleeping around and just doing a whole lot of playing around. Like prioritize you, your time, and what you want. That way, if a person know that what you got and you know that you ain't what they want, then be okay with that. That's their loss. Don't allow these memes and these posts and all of the subliminal messages. I don't like no shady men. I don't like catty stuff. And it's no secret, okay? It's no secret that the hormonal imbalance has just really been going on. It's a lot of men acting like women. It's a lot of women be acting like men. I was very rough, tough, tomboyish around the edges. I'm balancing out for the most part. I'm balancing out. So this is a real direct conversation. Because it's like, yo, what's really going on? What's up? What you saying, bro? Like if what you saying is what you saying, then say what you saying, because you ain't saying nothing talking about what you getting up out of this. Say what you want. It's nothing worse than an indirect, shady man. We already deal with that enough with, in the community with women. Nobody don't got time for that. If she don't have what you want, it's no need to ask what you getting up out of it. Go get a woman that don't have no children. Make sure you ain't got no children. Make sure the same standards and the same expectations you want, that you got it. Because again, women for decades and years have, oh man, welcome y'all and y'all whole gang of kids in like it ain't nothing. And I want to encourage y'all with that. One thing I had to learn, even in that role, them still ain't your kids. You can love them like you had them. You can love them like you cared them. You can want all the best for them. But especially if their parents, their parents are alive and their parents are not in a mature place to be able to welcome that village, then guess what? You just you. So you got to know how to navigate when you blending, going into a blended family situation. Be okay and be secure in what you do, bring to the table, what you're willing to do. But at the end of the day, one thing I had to learn, and this is not trying to, I'm just sharing from my own perspectives. I don't care who the daddy is. I carry these children. I'm going to protect mine. I'm going to make sure they straight. And I let any man that intends or try to pursue me know, no, I'm not looking for a stepdaddy. If we end up making it that far, you already know I got children. Any value or assets or characteristics and attributes that you got that I can see that my children could glean from you, that will be a great benefit. If you don't have them, I'm less likely to even entertain you because I know what I want to have influence over my children. So you gotta be intentional about that. And if what they got ain't what you want or what you can see with your children, then leave that over there. You know what I'm saying? Keep that separated. It's okay. Because when you bring stuff in, at the end of the day, this ain't your blood. This mine. They my blood. They mines. Yeah, they got fathers. I know who everybody father is. You know what I'm saying? But understand that, and that will allow things to not be I want to say like not so personal, but I'm making very rational decisions, because when people will have a child by you, be the own blood, and still think like that. What's in it for me? You see what I'm saying? So just make sure that as you're moving forward and navigating through these treacherous streets out here, that you praying to God that you get somebody that's genuine. Genuine. Like it's a whole lot of people that's really out for self. It's people that's good, you know what I'm saying? But you want to definitely make sure that you got the discernment to be able to differentiate that. Because it's treacherous out here. So yeah. I hope that answered the question. This was definitely just my response to what do a man get out of the deal from marrying a woman, raising another man's children. You get blessings. You get blessed by God. God honors that. because you was man enough to do what another man couldn't do. And guess what? We need other men to tell other men to stop being sorry Negroes and sorry fathers and sorry husbands and walking away from their families. Even if you don't want the woman no more, take care of your kids because your butt sorry. And the women tired of calling them sorry. We'll rather y'all tell your homeboy, hold your homeboy accountable, hold the next man accountable, so that way people can just do what they need to do by these kids. Because I mean, unless you blind and under a rock, what you think? People just wake up and be menaces to society? You think people just wake up to be menaces to society? You know how many moms are sacrificing and doing everything they can, giving up their youthfulness, giving up themselves to be committed to raising the children that could still end up being wayward simply because the village is no support, and who should be there ain't there, probably some way with somebody that ain't got no kids because they don't want no kids. They don't care about no kids. It's a part-time parenting, part-time lovers, part-time care. No, y'all don't have no idea of the things and the trauma, the mental abuse that women have went through. I'm over here feeling like I'm Rosa Parks. I just felt like I went all the way back. Man, women done went through some stuff and some put up with some stuff. Y'all know what Betty Wright and them been singing about. And you got the audacity to say what you get up out of the deal? Come on, y'all. Let's be rational about this. Let's be real. Let's be quite frank. Okay, y'all get a lot out of women that you get if you get a woman. Now, if you go for the savage, you go for the ratchet, you go for the city girl, hey, that's what you want. That's your cup of tea. And you gonna get what you gonna get. You know what I'm saying? But when you know you got a woman and you got a good woman, it don't matter if that woman had 20 kids. A good woman gonna be a good woman. Please find somebody to play with. You already know. What can you do to make God's daughters feel the love that we should be able to feel, the protection, the respect that we should be able to feel from a real man? Problem is, it's not a lot of real men. And I ain't gonna lie, I've been busting my behind as a mom. I pray, and if my children end up being bums, I'm telling you, I'm gonna hold they butts accountable. I pray that my children don't be on no sucker junk. I pray they be sucker free. I pray. I got 3 boys. I carry them full term. If they say some old sucker stuff like this stuff, what I'm seeing the culture saying, nah, I'm gonna call them on it. I'm not gonna support that because a man don't talk like that. A man don't care nothing about that because he already know I'm gonna hold it down. Make sure this children raised up right. Be proud. It don't matter if they was his own, like they came from him. Because Negroes been not taking care of their kids or doubling back around after they finally got themselves together. Because men are more selfish than women. It is some selfish women. And this is coming from somebody, neither one of my parents raised me. Understand that. So I'm not being biased about this conversation. I'm giving my perspective. But I feel like because my parents didn't raise me, I came from some selfish people. In birth, you see what I'm saying? My grandmother she did something that was selfless. She raised somebody else's children. They could have raised me. And they could have supported her and raised me more. You see what I'm saying? So when I look at the selfishness that this world done came to, how we done got so selfish, how we so self-centered, that same village is needed. Everybody need to rise up. Like women, rise up. If you call to do something, you can help somebody that got some daughters, do that. And if we can treat these men better, let's do that. Because that's all it is. They tired of being mistreated and feeling overlooked and not being complimented, told that they look good, being treated good. They getting the goods now. But they want more, and that's understandable. That's definitely understandable. Let's be clear. That's understandable. But don't stoop to the level of a conversation that you know better, because real men don't say that. I just had to come on here and say that. I'm like, it's just certain things a real man ain't gonna say. And I'm saying this because in the post where I saw this, I saw a man respond. And he said, my wife she had kids. And he like, I knew they came with her. I take care of him. He said, but I ain't speaking for everybody else. And that's what men like to do. Men like peace. Men like respect and they like peace. That's what they like. So when I saw a man respond how I thought, then that let me know I wasn't tripping. That's why I was like, well, I'm gonna go live and have this conversation, because at the end of the day, a real man not gonna say that. A real man, a real man gonna say that. You can feel how you want to feel, take how you want to. I already know. No, that ain't what a real man gonna do. I ain't never been a man in my life, but I got enough sense to know, no, a real man ain't gonna say that. Now, if there are needs, again, that you need met as a man, then you say that, or you find a woman that can meet those needs, that don't have all them churned by another man, because you clearly want a woman that can produce all of your seeds, and that's fine. I don't think nobody honestly wake up and be like, well, I mean, some people, I'm about to say that, but child, the way people minds be, they be like, yeah, I'll have a baby by this one, down, one, down, one, down. But I don't think people just say, okay, let me run up my body count and have like a whole bunch of daddies or baby mamas. Now, dudes might do that. I don't know if y'all do that or not. I don't know. But some people in their mind, when they begin their family, they thinking that it's gonna be able to be the family. But you can't control nobody. You can't control nobody. And if you love somebody, which I feel like there's a deficiency of love that everybody looking for, and some people still looking in all the wrong places. But when you love somebody, your love will trump the amount of baggage or kids and stuff that they have. One of the things that I'm gonna tell you, now that I'm older, now my 21-year-old decisions, my 25-year-old decisions, they cannot be my 35-year-old decisions. I can love you, I can appreciate you and all of that, and like how you respect me. If you got all them kids, you got that baby mama with that drama. I know I got kids. I know I got my own baggage. I'm mind and handling my own business. But I know I ain't dealing with no baby mama drama. I already know that. I ain't dealing with that. If you can't handle that, then I already know it ain't nothing. Because I ain't getting into that. You see what I'm saying? That's why you got to know what's going to work for you. Because, hey, the person can be, hey, got that drama, or it look like it can come with that drama or be with that drama. Keep that over there. Keep all that over there. Because we too old for that. Because it's so many blended families, that's nothing new. Like, blended families, that's like the new norm in a sense, basically. Because you already know 9 times out of 10, somebody got at least one. If they don't got one, it's like, so what's going on? You know what I'm saying? But honestly, especially if you young and if you don't have kids, I want to encourage you to choose somebody that you ain't got to deal with all of that with them kids either. It don't matter if you're a male or a female. You know what I'm saying? But understand it's going to be different compromises. It's going to be give and take. When I was young, when I ain't had no kids, I'm telling you, I ain't want no dude with no kids. Even if they had kids, I really didn't take them serious. I was kind of like bamboozled with my first child, because the same thing happened to me. He wasn't claiming the first child. Then when I had a child, he tried to do the same thing to me. I'm like, this sounds like deja vu. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, it was like, I really wasn't taking you serious. You know what I'm saying? I done. And these were no jump out situations. All my children, I was in a relationship or a marriage, you know. And this is just me giving some perspective. But a real man, they already know what you come with. When I got married, the first time I already had a child, but my ex had a way more kids than me. Way more kids than me. Both. And I'm like, yo. But see, that's what women do. We be like, oh, it ain't no big deal. Nah, sis. It is a big deal, because let me tell you, that's what they do. They size us up too. And they always like the you know, who don't want the cream of the crop? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like sometimes I was set up, you know, like let me put one in her, you know, let me put one in her, you know, add some more baggage over there. But it ain't stop nothing. It ain't stop nothing. I already know I'll be judged. You know, I already know I'll be judged. But I know I ain't for everybody. I know certain people, it'll just be a respectable conversation, or, you know, what have you. But guess what? I don't care what they say about however they feel about a woman's value, when I already know my own value, or, you know, I already know. And the man that I get with and get with me, he already know what he getting out of being with a woman like me. What you mean? So, but that's when you got to get to know you. You got to be good with where you at. You know, the mistakes and all, the baggage and all, because we all come with some. Please, you can get with somebody that don't have no kids, don't even want to marry you. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of women ain't even pressed about marrying, you know, women. People are still getting married. Don't get me wrong. People are still finding love, falling in love and everything. But just understand, like how it used to be back in the day, a lot of women don't care about your last name, you, what you want to do, your career, your purpose, loving you, wiping your stinking tears behind closed doors. What do you mean? What you getting? I can't let that thing go. I'm gonna let it go. But a lot of women honestly don't care like back in the day. Like even me, like I already know I'm gonna get remarried. Period, point blank. When I don't know when, but yeah, I plan to get remarried. I already know. I done been asked to be married since I done been divorced. But guess what? It's not time yet, right? But it'll be on my time. You know, it won't be me rushing nobody. It's gonna make sense. Yeah, what you mean? And that's me with 3 kids. And if this person is good, of course, if I marry you, if I marry you, I'm willing to have your child. You know what I'm saying? So just running up my little body numbers. But it is what it is. And you know, love is a risk. You know, love is a risk. Love is the most vulnerable place that you can allow yourself to be, just all jokes aside. Love is the most vulnerable place that you can allow yourself to be. Marriage is the most vulnerable place that you can allow yourself to be. And even in vulnerability, it's the most intimate place that you can be. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm talking in human form. So just be mindful of who you connecting yourself with, and make sure y'all on one accord, you know, because there's some people they don't mind. Me, I think I just kind of think I'm being realistic, and then I'm understanding that regardless of if I was still literally with the and everybody, I was with the father of a child that I gave birth to, I still was the one that carried this child. Okay, so I have to be mindful of what I subject this child to. Um, Protective enough of this child, because guess what? At the end of the day, I carried this child. So the older I get, that's more so what I lean towards, more so a lot of protection, regardless of who's present, who's active, full-time or part-time. I know it's just certain calls that I'm not trying to make, or certain situations I'm trying to put myself in because, oh, I'm looking for just the feeling or a pseudo or a quick love. No, I already know the love that you saying you might got, you might not really got it, and you definitely ain't gonna probably have it for the kids that's not yours. That's just kind of how I think. You could grow to love, you know, you growing to love the person that you marrying, so you can grow to love the children. You know what I'm saying? The people that be their own blood be halfway loving their own blood. So I just get real with the conversation, so that way it's no offense taken. You know what I'm saying? Because people gonna do what they need to do for them. So make sure that even if you believe in God for love and you want to get into these relationships, don't get it twisted. The news is the news. People killing their own children. People killing people children that ain't theirs. People carrying somebody's child that killed their child from another man. So when you're thinking about the rationale, you know, of all of these different dynamics, and these are things that people are not talking about. And then a man want to say what he getting out of raising your child. That sounds like this man might try something when I ain't around with my child. This sound like a man, I don't even want you. You see what I'm saying? I don't even want you. I don't even want to carry your child, when you got to think what you getting out of the deal. Because, man, what you mean? I don't know how to take that individual. Because like I said, I don't think a man would say that. A man wouldn't say that to me. Not a real man. Might be a man like you got a physique and you an adult by age. But a man, nah. Not no. I don't know if it's the hoodie and everything. I want not no gangster, baby. Not no G. Nah, he ain't gonna say that. That's just, the other, that's the other slang. Like, ain't no OG ain't gonna say that. These new breeds, it's a lot of new breeding going on around here. A lot of new breeding and a lot of mixed breeding. And a lot of stuff is getting misconstrued and lost in the sauce. But nah, we already know it's a package deal. It's a package deal. Either way you flip it. Whether it's the woman entertaining the man or that man want to get with that woman. Because a man that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtain favor by the Lord. Period, point blank. That's God's word. That's God's word. Understand that. Understand that. But women, know that we got choices too. Know that we got choices. No, you ain't got to get with him. You ain't got to accept all his kids. He can get mad. He can feel some type of way. Guess what? He shouldn't have been sowing his royal oats all over the city. Nah. Cause let me tell you, men got some standards. They do some low stuff. But when they want to set their caliber bar to a certain way, they do it. They do it now. So be okay with walking away from who you thought was for you if you can tell that really ain't the type. Don't settle. Don't settle, because they not. And that's just me sharing with you just from experience. Like, man, you got options, sis. Understand that. You got options. And if you got a whole lot of kids, 1 is a whole lot. 3 is a lot. 8 and 10 is a whole bunch. Okay? Got all these kids. Just put your priorities in order. Be on your grind. Be about your business. Because a man respects respect. When you love and respect yourself, that man will accept you and yours. But make sure you don't play about you and yours. Don't play about you and yours. Period, point blank. I can't tell you how many times dude done hit me up. Hey, let me see if I can do this for your kids. I want to win you over through your kids. Nigga, you can't win me over through my kids. Shut your mouth. Saying that foolishness. You can't win me over through my children. I ain't no child. Nobody ain't playing them games. You see what I'm saying? No, ain't no winning, no over. What you got? What you doing? What you talking about? Before you even get access around my children. I don't got to lie about them. I love my kids. I'm not ashamed of none of my kids. Not ashamed of none of my mistakes. But what you ain't about to do is get no access to me through nothing. Through my kids. Is you crazy? You know how many people over here done got molested? You think I'm about to bring my kids around you to do what? Who are you? Who are you? First of all, you see, y'all got to stop playing out here in these relationship streets. I'm telling you. But that's all I got for tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited because I knew what I was going to talk to y'all about this year. I'm telling you, I'm tired of talking, really. But ain't nothing like a good old conversation. It's very therapeutic. It gives you some perspective. Don't get it twisted. I lead with respect on purpose. I lead in love on purpose. I demand respect because I'm going to give it. I don't care how many kids I got. I don't care how many divorces I done had. You're going to respect me because guess what? I'm going to respect you, and I'm going to respect your opinion, and I'm going to respect how you see things. I might not entertain you for long, though. Conversation ended. So don't be out here entertaining a whole lot of foolishness, man. It's a lot going on, man. Y'all brothers, man, be encouraged. Get some therapy, get some coaching. Deal with that inner work that you need, them mama issues, them daddy issues, them old relationships that you still broken from. That woman done broke your heart. Now you taking it out on everybody. Because men don't like heartbreak. Men don't like that. They can't handle it. But a woman done got her heart broken many times and we bouncing back. Man, we bouncing. We bouncing. I ain't trying, I'm bouncing. Some women are still trying to bounce back, trying to figure some things out. So y'all be encouraged. It's for everybody, you know. And if you need some coaching or some accountability or some empowerment, some encouragement, then don't hesitate to click the link. Don't hesitate to DM. We can definitely have some breakthrough sessions because I'm for you. I ain't your enemy. And I ain't asking you to raise my 3 kids. They're going to get raised regardless. That's been always my mindset. When I became a mom for the first time, I'm going to do the work. I'm going to do what I got to do. That's my child. You know what I'm saying? I never did all that. I'm not that one. I ain't doing all that root rah 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 rah. Come do this. Nah, you know what you're supposed to be doing, and I know what you got, and I know what you don't got, because we was just together. So it is what it is. I ain't about to run behind what ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing to give. You ain't got nothing to give, because if you wanted to give up your time or whatever, you would be doing it. You know, y'all need to learn how to work with people that's cooperating and workable. Get out your feelings. If the relationship over, that's fine. Them kids still got to get raised, though. So a lot of women got good men that want to cooperate with them, and they want to give the men a hard time. Good fathers ready to be there. Then you got men got good moms that's cooperative, and it's like, what are we doing? No, we need to grow up and stop playing these games with these kids, because it is affecting the children. It's affecting the family dynamic, because you could still be an amazing father. You can still be an amazing mother. Stop trying to say what you can't do if you're not even trying. All of us are parents for the first time. Every season is a new learning season. Even though I got 3 kids, I'm still a new mom. I ain't never had no teenager. I ain't never had that. Now, I done had an 11 and I done had a 6 before. Because the first one, you know, been that age. But they still different children. Like everything new. Everything new. Give yourself grace. Do the community a favor. Do the kingdom a favor. Do the society a favor. Raise your children. Call your children. Appreciate the people that's raising your children. Don't allow a man to disrespect the woman that done carried his child. I remember my ex didn't like that. I was like, you ain't about to like do that now. You at least supposed to have love for a person that pushed out your child. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to really give an ear to hear where people heart at. When somebody talking bad about somebody that done risk their life, to have their child, like I'm talking about just no type of respect or regard, do you really love that child? Like, I would never want a report to come back and I got to break some news to my boys about they father. Because if I had enough, it was enough of, we done made this baby. Anything happen to you, it affects the child that I carried. And that's when you see the heart of people. And this is a cold-hearted world. I'm telling you, the world is cold-hearted. It's cold-blooded. So y'all better make some rational decisions. Don't be entertaining all this toxic relationship. Don't be having all this low self-esteem. Don't be trying to do what everybody telling you to do the old school way, because all that old school stuff don't work. You better do the work. Get you some values about yourself. Get you some standards. I'm telling you what to get, because I ain't had them. I ain't had enough. Because that's how I'm sitting here with three children and partial. I don't want to be nobody daddy. I don't need no Father's Day gift. I'm a full-time mother. I'm fine with that. But let me tell you, if my standards was where they needed, if I was affirmed a little more as a child, if I was just, come on, speak life into me, Lord God. The Lord is speaking into me. You know what I'm saying? I could have had some better options. But no, I'm trying not to be the little bougie, light-skinned girl. I'm trying to make, I'm cool too. Love dark skin, love black. I'm black. I love being a black mother. My children, they love being black. It is what it is. But I'm just telling you a little bit of what I did, a disservice to myself. You know what I'm saying? Trying not to feel or act like I'm uppity. You know what I'm saying? I know I was being raised in the hood or whatever like that. But I was trying to make sure I never came off better than nobody. I still do that. I know I ain't better than nobody, but I do. Listen, I ain't got to go there. That's why I tell people, hey, know your value, know your worth. You ain't got to stoop low, even in conversations. You know what I'm saying? For real, man, we need that. So all of this, what's going on in our adulthood and all these childish conversations that these grown men is having and saying in their feelings about women, when really you really want to say it to your mama, go and say it to your mama, go to your mama grave side or whatever your mama had. No disrespect. Say it to the person that you got the problem with. I'm telling you what I know. Say it to the person you got the problem with. Say it to your daddy. It's stuff I don't even know how to say to my dad. I'm like, I got a problem with you, but I love you though. Like, I love my daddy, like, and I don't want to be bitter. You know what I'm saying? I'm working through my own stuff. And I'm grown. And it is what it is. You can't make nobody do or undo what has been done. But let me tell you, if you got children, you got relationships, you got value that you can add it. Okay? That don't mean you don't have to accept nobody and their children. And if you can't, then don't. Don't do it. Because that won't be fair to the children, that won't be fair to you, and that won't be fair to the woman. And I say that because men need to know, like, they deserve to be treated fair too, though. Like, y'all just say y'all tired of being mistreated, overlooked, in second class. Really, y'all are first class. Always been first class citizens. Used to be the backbones of the family. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know where y'all have allowed yourselves to get so insecure to the point that you just kind of just discrediting the women that will have your back. Ain't nothing like a woman that got your back. Ain't nothing like a woman that got your back. Ain't nothing like a woman that got your back. Your woman will be there when your boys fold on you. What do you mean? What do you get out of marrying a woman that got your back? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? It makes me question what kind of women you done been with. Like, I be having to question myself, what kind of men I done been with. I'm like, what? And this what you gotta see with yourself. What I done? Why am I making these? Why am I in this? What is going on? I got too much sense for this. I got too much swag for this. I'm too cool for this right here. You see what I'm saying? You gotta know. Because when you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything. And there's some good women out here. Just like there's some good men out here. It is. Now, there's some garbage men out here. And there's some garbage women out here too now. But there's some good men out here. And there's some good women out here. Period, point blank. Whether they older, younger, with or without kids. But don't rush into something you don't want. Don't play with people's mind. Don't play with people's emotions. Don't play with people's feelings. I just want my ladies, my sisters, I want y'all to know, like, we got options too. Don't let somebody play with you, and don't play with yourself. People will take you as serious as you take yourself. People will take you as serious as you will take yourself. And this is another thing I'm going to say. Because there was a time in my life that I could have got with a man that ain't had no kids a couple times. I'm trying to just, but you know what? I didn't want to be selfish. And that's the main thing that a lot of men are, selfish. I'm just speaking my truth. I said, you know what? I don't want to be selfish because I already got kids, and I don't want a person that don't have kids to feel like they got to just be all to me, which it would have been very beneficial to me because I wouldn't have dealt with the drama that I don't want to deal with, right? Baby mama drama. But I was considering the other person. But women, we have to learn to consider ourselves, because a woman naturally, now it's some ratchet women. I know this personally. I'm not going to do any name calling or anything right now, but I know this firsthand experience. But women are natural givers. We look for places to give and nurture and help grow. Now, there are some women, they have a problem, a nurturing deficiency. But we look for the opportunity to help some grow, to help some produce, to add value to something that we got something to work with. And when you have been with a woman, and when you know a woman, if you've seen that, you'll know that. Anybody know that. A man, a real man, knows that. So I'll end there. This is great. Y'all catch the replay. Just hashtag replay. I'm definitely looking forward to having more of these conversations on TikTok. Make sure y'all follow me on TikTok at I am Tiffany87 and on my YouTube channel. And make sure I done told y'all to do too much. Pick whichever one you want to do. The I Am Tiffany Empowerment Family. Get there. Okay. It's the top of the year. It's going to be a lot of different updates, a lot of things, a lot of incentives, a lot of workshops, a lot of stuff that I'm putting together behind the scenes. And those that's in the I Am Tiffany Empowerment Family, they're going to get the drop first. Okay. I'm big on family. I'm big on the dynamics of family. I'm big on growing. I'm big on people. So when it comes to family, you already know I'm working with men, women, and children. It is what it is. So that way I can hear the pain points, hear the issues, and then we can begin to get some understanding so we can provide some solutions. It's a whole lot of single, bitter people out here. Okay. I ain't one of them though. It's a whole lot of married, miserable people out here. Thank God. I ain't one of them. When I choose to, I definitely know that I want something that is genuine, um, something that's real, gotta be real. And it's somebody that is understanding. We understand what we bring to the table. We understand, laying it all out because, like I said, love is a very vulnerable place. It's a place, if you've been there before, even a lot of women now, like, we ain't really trying to, nobody wants to get hurt. But when you're open to love and when you're willing to give it another try, you got to give it a try like you've never been hurt before. And that is like, oh, it's like super scary. It's super nerve wracking because you can overthink it. But it's exciting. So don't allow yourself to be robbed or cheated out of the love experience. If, marriage is what you want, I would just encourage you to get as much counseling, as much knowledge, have as much patience as you need to go into that process and, give it all you got. Give it all you got. Any relationship is going to take work. Everybody going to come with something, honey. Know what's going to be a no-go for you and know what you're willing to compromise on. You know what I'm saying? So just do the work that you need. If you want, or if you're interested in I Am Tiffany mentorship, meaning being mentored by me, and that means you will have access to everything that comes with me. Y'all already know. Like, I love life. I love conversation. I'm a mom. I'm a businesswoman. Hey, if you're a mom, plan to be a mom, you love life, you want to grow, um, you want to get into business, you just want to be in a community with somebody that's going to help you grow, help you strategize, help you gain some clarity, build, develop, then I might be your girl. Book a session. We can discuss and see what that would look like. It's January. Y'all already know. Your girl, hey, we working. We getting into it. So don't say I ain't told you. But it's gonna be a lot of work that's gonna be done behind the scenes. A lot of trainings, a lot of workshops, a lot of conversations. Brothers, if y'all out there, let me know if you would like to chime in on conversations from time to time, and we can both definitely show up at the same time, just to give the perspective and give you the room and the respect to be heard. A lot of men just want to be heard and understood. And I feel like I put in the work to definitely have a conversation that will allow men to know that you heard, bro, you respect it. And, hey, what I'm about to say, can you hear what I'm about to say and respect what I'm about to say? And it's a lot of people that they do respect what I got to say. I appreciate y'all, brothers, for definitely respecting my mind, respecting what I got to say. But it took some work. Like I said, neither one of my parents raised me, so respecting of a man wasn't like a necessarily natural thing that I knew how to do. For the most part, it's the thing that I had to really put in some work to be like, okay, I'm gonna make sure I give these men the respect that they need, and God would bless me with boys, male children, because I need them to know that they needs to be respected. They need to know what that look like from home. They need to know what it feel like, and they need to understand if somebody disrespecting you and they don't respect you enough, you need to know how to walk away and not entertain that because they mama been a piece of work. Okay, they mama been a piece of work, and that's humble pie in itself. Because when you think about how much hell you can cause and hell you can raise, and you think about, do you want somebody to do that to your child, then now you're going to think twice. And you're going to humble yourself so you can be transformed and you can be renewed, right? So that is why these conversations is going to be had, because I have to eat this humble pie. You know what I'm saying? I got to make sure Mama gonna say, chime in, give her 2 cents. I gave about $2.50 tonight. But at the same time, allow our counterparts, the men, to know that, listen, we hear you. Matter of fact, can you please say something? Say something worth being heard. And if what you say we don't understand it, we need you to say it in a way that we can understand it and we hear. We're listening because we need the voice of the men. We need the men. We need y'all. I'm telling you. It ain't even, I'm not going to even spin it to, oh, y'all need us and all that. No. I'm going to let y'all know. No, we need y'all. Y'all are very much so valuable. Y'all have been very much so undervalued, not appreciated. I've been guilty myself, not appreciating what was being able to be given at the time that it was given. You know what I'm saying? And we can be guilty of that. But I definitely want to make my wrongs right. I don't put in the work to make them right, but I'm doing some work. We got so much more work and more growing to do. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely want y'all brothers to know we need you, man. We need you. I look at my sons, I be like, my son need good leaders, good role models. They need good fathers. But guess what? If somebody can just rise up and do the job, hey, it's good enough for me. It still may not be good enough for that child, but hey, it's good enough for what it is, because you can't force nobody to do what they don't want to do. So that's all. I am Tiffany, Empire Impact Ignite. Appreciate y'all time. See y'all around. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for engaging. And I'm out. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And y'all can find that